That was just a very, that actually ended a long time battle with myself. If I may bring a bit of personal thing, your role in the group, and Robert did do all this computer stuff.
Cut out. We can't hear you.
So these two teams maybe a lot more come together, and we realize, and at the same that somebody maybe use a little bit of technology, you saw part of the team. What was popular, everybody's got his own thing. And I think what really is good is when we realize and we can understand each of the friends in the group, each role. And not trying to make another friend's role my role, or the friend cannot do it the way I see it. It sounds a bit of what I'm saying now, but it's not. I think it's a very deep spiritual discernment when we really can come together as a team. When we realize in the weekend each other's contribution and there's more to do. Johnny?
What does it mean for everyone to get included as one? We come here together to form a society with the most important thing is to find it good with the Creator, and we can only do that through the friends forming a structure which we call the tense of Baruch, in order for us to be able to form the conduit.
Johnny, 1 second, please.
So that we become that between the nations and Him. So
Johnny, Johnny, we don't hear you very well. We're going to have to disconnect and reconnect and then start over, okay?
No, but look, you guys go ahead and continue speaking in the workshop.
No,
we're just going to log out and reconnect. You guys keep going.
Just wait for us, because we want to hear you. We're just going to disconnect and then we're going to reconnect. So just wait one moment, please. Okay. Okay. We don't hear you well, but we're going to disconnect and reconnect. Wait for us.
Okay, we'll give you a few seconds to start. Be careful because we could miss the Creator.
Set up shop? Okay, so load up load up no, your phone. Yeah.
No, bro, I need to get the code.
Oh.
I got this. This ain't the problem. I got it. 222 374.
Fortunes.
Yeah. It closed us all off.
Okay.
Let's wait for Fifi and Johan and Godfrey.
Ken, yes, the email. Yes. Okay. Tada.
3.
All right, perfect. Perfect, Johnny. You can go ahead. Sorry about the miscommunication, but go ahead, please.
Okay, take 2.
Yep.
Take 3. So, is it clear? Can you hear the Creator nice and clearly? Wonderful. So we've come here to form a society that we can form a conduit, a pipeline between the nations and the Creator. This is the teaching, the Kabbalistic teaching, for all of us to be able to be a part of this purpose of creation, which was to bring correction and adhesion with the Creator. So all the stuff that we're all going through and the challenges that we are faced are all part of the correction, all part of the structure of becoming one again from the separated state. And the most important thing that we've always got to remember is, irrespective of where we are, what happens, the most important thing is we keep connecting, because it's through that the reforming light comes through and corrects us and gives us the ultimate push over the cliff with wings, where we can fly on the wings of an eagle. L'chaim.
Yeah, it's this mutual annulment. It's annulling the ego in order to build something that's bigger outside of us, and also to keep reiterating the importance of the goal. So we can only get there as one body, but we cannot get there by being these separate states of ego. So we need to become these flaccid organs that we collect and put back together again in order to reach that equivalence of form. So yeah, l'chaim. Godfrey?
Yeah, thanks. I mean, that is all. I think Richard, no, Johnny said everything. And all what I can add it up there, both all what we desire is to have a close of form with the Creator, and this is done through the friends. And what we determined as a huge obstacles that confront us, and whether Johan calls it corpora or not, it is still part. Collapse that both sides, both day and light, make up. And the middle line depends on the left and right. And therefore, only that corporally is painful when you are facing the challenges, but otherwise it's beautiful. So the friends, it's always the friends. I mean, your thoughts are, you feel like a fish dying without the brothers. And you cry the Creator that, my Father, how can I have my brothers? How can you save me? And you know for sure that once you have prayed the Creator to grant you your brothers, He will definitely find a way for you to be able to connect with our brothers. We are finding, having a 50 was with me, and then he saw how prepared we were, and we were not allowed to connect because there was total blackness, and Sunday it was blackness, and I asked why all these heavy challenges at this time? What is it? But my only consideration is that there's not besides Him. And I'm so glad, so happy that this evening I'm able to connect, with my friend above all the challenges I'm having. And there's nothing but the connection. There's nothing but the group. And the group, the Creator is revealed in the group. L'chaim, for able to connect with my great, wonderful souls, myself. L'chaim. I ask anyone who have been spoken, plus I'm not sure who have been spoken, to continue. L'chaim.
Anthony and Jonathan.
Oh, Jonathan, please. Chief, Chief Jonathan, please continue for me. I miss you. I have been missing you for the past since Saturday, the 23rd, or on Friday. Yes, since Friday, Saturday, Sunday, even Monday. But today is halfway. So, Jonathan, thanks. These are my challenges. Thanks, my brother. Continue for me.
Chaim Gottfried. You hear me, friends? Yeah? Okay. We've all got different challenges. As Gottfried said, it's in different ways. The Creator throws different obstacles at us, and we've got to work with them and help each other. And as Gottfried said, when we come together and we feel it tonight, we've built a bigger desire through these challenges, and we feel the present from above, the Creator sitting between all the friends. And this issue of one, this point of being one, it is written that if we lower ourselves to zero, we put all our egos aside, then we can feel this force of common bestowal. As long as we have a big desire for it, we prepare ourselves and we pray for it. Because every friend here has a point in the heart, has this gift from above that very few people in humanity have. And we sit here together and we can really, if we put all our earthly stuff aside, we can really feel that special bond and that oneness between us. You know, the earthly telephones, the beautiful shirts, you know, the haircuts, the suave, sophisticated haircuts of this world, including Anthony's haircuts and mine, or whatever you want to call it, or my lack of the haircut. But anyway, the point is, we take all the bodily stuff, we put it aside, and we can feel that special connection that's deep inside each of our hearts, and we bring it together, and then the Creator comes and meets us there in the middle, you know, and we can feel that special connection between us. So that's all we've got to do, just not think about ourselves, think about this earthly flesh, which is worth nothing. Just think about the feeling and the connection between the friends. And then the Creator comes and meets us and joins that connection between us. So great to be with you all. Big l'chaim. L'chaim, friends. Anthony.
L'chaim, Johnny. Wow.
L'chaim, Johnny.
So, I mean, honestly, I feel like the friends have said it all. I would just add that. All right, sorry. I was just instructed that my mic was off. So, like I said, I feel like the friends have really said it all. The one thing that I can add in regards to this question, what does it mean for everyone to get included as one? You know, there was something that Johan had said a little bit earlier, kind of about how some friends have knowledge of computers and this and that. Some friends are good here. And it's like I heard Rav said before, it doesn't matter if we're the head or it doesn't matter if we're the tail or the toe. Like as long as we're included in the body as the whole, as one. It's all going the same direction. And so when I think about that, I think about like, you know, if you look at like me, I like cars. I'm from the South. I'm used to working on my own car and doing things like that. And it's like something that I always realized and remembered is that like something as small as the spark plug can stop the car from running the proper way. You know, every single piece under the hood has a function of keeping the automobile operational. And that's where I see the friends. That's what I really see as being one, is when all these parts, all these different qualities, these different attributes, these different thought processes, these different attitudes, these different mentalities come together to really be one and move this engine called Bnei Baruch forward. That's really what I see, you know, and I can't stress enough the importance of the friends, the importance of the environment, the importance of being together and truly being as one and actually caring and uplifting each other and holding each other tight, you know. I had a quick chat with Johnny the other day when I was on the train coming home, and like I was having a crappy day, and believe it or not, you know, it takes a friend sometimes to say, hey, we know where it's coming from, you know, and it was like, okay, I feel better now, you know, and it was probably a good thing, because I probably would have got home and probably been like a jerk to everybody at home. You know, you never know. But it takes a friend to somewhat to remind you, like, hey, man, you know what? You're not the only one going through it. Everything's going to be all right. Let's just, let's get ready for this Congress and keep moving, And that's what it takes for us. It takes us all together as one. For me, that's what being one is about. Is everybody's like a link in the chain, and and you're always keeping that link tight so you can take care of the friends. It's very, very, for me, honestly and truthfully, just to be a part of this society is a big blessing. It's a blessing from the Creator already, just being a part of this society with these great friends, with this Rav, with these books, with these, I don't know, anything that I'm included in this society is really a blessing to me. And I think that being one just means that we're all holding each other tight, taking care of each other, and making sure that nobody falls. So, L'chaim, friends.
L'chaim.
And so our man Mario should be here shortly. I talked to him personally face-to-face this morning at work. We'll go ahead and send him a message here. And while we're waiting on him to come in, we'll go with our second workshop question. Ken, we did have a clip. Shmueli. Yes, clip, bavakasha? Tada. Shmueli's going to show the clip, and I'm going to reach out to Mario.
How do I explain to myself how I should move myself and make room inside of me for the group instead of my own control? How do I make room for the group to control me a bit more, Me meaning my world, in everything. How do I allow the group to do that from one day to the next? Let's go. What can I say about today? What do I intend for today? What do I plan for today in my diary? Right? Well, what are you looking at me for? 9 a.m., move this way, 10 a.m., move that way, 11 a.m., move that way, right? Maybe that way, according to the clock.
Importance. Our whole work is only in importance. What is more important? It's like what Pharaoh asked, who is the Lord that I shall listen to his voice? Who is in control here? Me or him? Who's gonna forward? Who's first, me or him? Who's first? And we have to understand it's either the will to receive or the will to bestow. It's either me or the group. Here I have to make a decision. You should just understand that one man's decision, even just a little bit when he tries to do it this way, it is crucial. It causes a change throughout the entirely, a great change. You don't see it, you don't understand it, but you change all of reality, even just a little bit. Even if you can't, but you try to give importance to the group more than yourself. By that, I make a great change throughout the entire reality, in all the worlds, in everything. When I bring the Creator closer to the created beings. Although I'm just thinking about myself and the 10, instead of me, there should be a little bit more of the 10. But the shock of it, you cannot describe how important, how great it is throughout the entire system. Therefore, don't disregard even such small efforts that we can perform.
All right, great friends. We have the wonderful Mario here with us. So Mario will give us a little update, and you can also talk with Mario. Johnny is here from the South African group, and he will explain to you a little bit more about the the dissemination project that South Africa has that they wanted to run in concurrent with the African EC. So Mario, go ahead. I'm gonna turn my mic off.
Mario, hello. Finally, we meet.
Yeah, we met at the airport, if you remember.
Yes. Well, it's when we meet at the airport, there's just so many names to remember, but I just remember on emails as well. Mario, thanks for making the time and the effort to be here. Reynard unfortunately couldn't be with us tonight, yeah, but let's go through it quickly, just so that I don't know if you know any history about it or anything. South Africa, we've got two cities. We've got Cape Town, we've got Johannesburg. They're like nearly 2,000 kilometers apart, okay? And they're the two capitals literally of South Africa. We also have Pretoria. We've decided to do a dissemination introduction and a meet and greet in the two cities, Cape Town and Johannesburg. But we're going to start off with Cape Town. Now, the Cape Town one, which we are already going ahead, we've already booked and paid for the place. The only thing we wanted to understand so that we could, as per se, kill two birds with one stone is with the project that you guys have got going on with advertising on Facebook for Africa, is there any possibility that we can tie up at the same time with the South African leg of your project for you to assist us in advertising on Facebook and I don't know, Instagram with your expertise and your program for this meet and greet on the 26th Rich?
26th of January, because the intention is to get students or more students to actually sign up for the EC course. That's why we want to do it before the EC course starts.
Okay, so we've already got the what do you call it? The
artwork and everything.
We've got the artwork, we've got the date. We just want to throw this and advertise. Either, that it does tie up with your project and it's just like a relay and a baton, which we can pass on to you and you're just going to send that out in your Facebook structure, which I'm not too sure how it actually works, or we just go it ourselves and do the advertising on Facebook. What do you suggest?
Okay, before that, maybe you can give a little bit more background, what you're intending to do, how you plan it, how you invite people, what is going to happen, what is the target audience, and so on.
Okay, Mario, while Richard's just calling up the artwork so that you can actually see it, we've got no idea. That's why we're also relying on your expertise with advertising on Facebook. The target market is obviously going to be between middle income to upper income. And the reality is we don't want to specify which demographics. We want to cover all demographics of the population. South Africa, we have up to 12 different types of cultures, 12 different languages, that's from European and, down to, foreigners and also up to, that's almost 9 or 10 black languages. So there's so many cultures and so many targets that, that we want to be able to target. But Richard is sharing the pamphlet that we want to advertise so that you can see it quickly. Anthony, can you just give us co-host so that we can share? We can't share. It's not allowing us.
No stop. How do we give you the host? Johnny, tell me how to give you host.
Click next to the name.
Go to participants, yeah. And you go here. Hold on. Don't you just... Shmueli.
Bo.
Richard and Johnny, to William host.
co-host.
Okay.
Just what you do is click next to the name, and then it's
We
yes. But
can't
on
do
your
it.
side, if you click next to the participant,
No, hey.
please make.
1 second. I can't do it. The Shmuel is doing it from inside there. They're the host. BB English. They're the host, not us.
Richard and Johnny. Huh?
Host or co-host?
Co-host.
Co-host.
Richard and Johnny.
Toda. All right, you got it now.
Okay, can you see it, Mario? It's a new year, a new perspective. Experience the perception of reality with us. We will do an introduction on the perception of reality through the authentic wisdom of Kabbalah. Join us for an introduction session and a meet and greet. It's a 70 Rand registration. We'll assist us in the venue. It's in Cape Town, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and then the venue. So you get the feel
I know this dude.
of what we intend to do.
Mario, we can't hear you. I think you're muted.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I get it now. So you basically want to invite people for like lecture on about perception of reality according to the authentic wisdom of Kabbalah, and you're going to gather and give the lecture. After that, talk and invite the people for the course. This is the idea, basically, right?
Correct, Mario. Correct.
Okay. Yeah, this is good. I guess you have instructors in South Africa who can do that, right? Who have experience in giving lectures.
Yes, Reinhard is going to do the one in Cape Town. I'll be doing the one in Johannesburg.
Okay, good. Okay, and after that, the idea is to invite them for the online course, or also to do physical lectures.
The first one is to do Mutlo's course, which starts on the 5th of February.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, hopefully grow it into to more physical gatherings, because we have very few physical gatherings here. So if they can have more friends in Cape Town, more friends in Johannesburg, you know, if the interest is really great, then we can even get together and watch some of the EC course lectures together, just to start, you know, laying the foundation maybe for a physical group to start happening as well. But first prize will be for, you know, to lead new students into the EC course, and then, you know, hopefully we can grow it from there.
But also to add what you said, Mario, yes, we've transcripted the Mutlu's 11 lessons. I'm on lesson number 9, nearly finished lesson 9. Those 11 lessons will be quite easy for us to actually do physical introduction and lectures of those 11 courses in our respective areas. So we want to get that going. And that manual will be formed. I'll probably complete it by the end of this year with the holidays coming up this side.
Okay, good. And you want to invite completely new people, right? People who were not in touch so far. Okay. And do you have already some database of people who, in one form or another, were in touch with you, like maybe newsletters, Facebook pages, groups, you know, something else, whatever list of contacts do you have?
Mario, we do have, but it's old South African friends that have just maybe joined here and there. I remember we were told, you know, let's just get new people. Let's just, you know, let's throw this out into as much as possibly that we can. into like as an advert and see what new fish we can catch.
Okay, I understand. I understand. And what is your goal to invite how many people? Like one full hall, like 30, 40 people, right?
Cape Town, we're hoping as soon as possible. That's why if it doesn't work with your program, we're going to try and do our own advertising. We've got very little time. We want to get maximum 20 people into this room.
Meaning no more than 20 or at least 20?
Not more than 20.
Ah, okay. Because you already booked the room, right?
They're building a website
Correct.
and embedding a link into it.
I understand. Okay. Okay, I
Or
understand.
Mario's gonna do it. That's what we're talking about now.
So you see, basically, it fits the project, but there's kind of placement in time, meaning that you are already being formed and more advanced. For the rest, we are basically starting from zero, and you already have a small group, teachers, place you already booked, and you have dates and upcoming course, and so on and so on. So our model, maybe you know it, is to build like a community from Facebook, to which we, after that we will offer virtual courses. And for example, for Africa, because you are more advanced, it is already the third time that it will start specific course targeted for Africa. And this is like much better solution than we have for the rest. For the rest, we have KBU, and with self-study, and with we need to organize live lectures in several time zones, and so on and so on. But on the other side, you have Mutlu. So when we did last time the advertising for the course, we gathered about maybe 1,000 people who registered, but you know, the quality of the registrations is not that good, because you know, it's people who don't know what it's about, and if it's for them, and they come for 1-2 lessons, and after that they drop. So anything which is making them more aware of what Kabbalah is really about, especially direct contact and explanations, questions and answers, meeting after that, and so on. This is really good. So basically, I understand what you need is to make sure that the budget that you're going to spend is well spent, and that you can bring the number of people that you want to. Okay, so this is what you're asking help. Based on what I understand, and on the stage at which we are with all the rest, I think that at this point we can give you advice, and like we can help you with that, but not to manage the advertisement directly. So there are two ways. Either you do it completely by yourself, or we do it from here, and you just get the people to come, and you see the end result. I offer something in the middle, that we meet several times. You start the advertisement. We make sure that you're doing everything okay, because I see that you already have a place, you have materials, you have ideas what to do, what lectures, and so on and so on. And we just give you tips and ideas, and maybe some small directions what to do in order to be more successful. Okay, and I think at this stage this will be the best thing to do, because we still haven't started advertising for any other location, and what you are doing is much more advanced. Those are the kind of things which we plan to do in half year in the rest of the places, if everything is all right after we build community and so on and so on. And especially that the model for South Africa and Africa at this stage is a little bit different, because you have you're lucky, you have Mutlu, who is one of our best teachers, and in this way it needs special treatment. Now I would like to ask, have you thought about to make this lecture online, or maybe in parallel to make it online? Why I'm asking, because if you do it live on Facebook, you can advertise it, and people who cannot come, they can watch. And those who are very interested, they will come, who are around the place, and so on and so on. But if you advertise also that you're going to stream it live on YouTube, on Facebook, and today it's not that difficult, you can reach much more people. And after that, anyway, you're going to offer virtual participation and not physical. So in this way, you can do some preparation work for the upcoming online course. Like, it will be easier to get people to register and to participate. So think about it. Maybe I can help you technically to do it both, or if you want to do it maybe only online. But on the other side, it's very good to have a physical lecture, because who comes to physical lecture, after that they are more likely to go and participate and to join the group. The problem with with online participation is that most of the people stay online after that. We see that based on the statistics. But people who come to campuses and participate physically, most chances are that if you're going to build a physical group in a certain city, that they are going to come after that, after even the course finishes. If you want to make some gatherings and like Rav's webinar, gathering of friends, or other activities that you would like to invite them to, or even other lectures and so on and so on. So I think that at this stage, due to the stage at which we are globally, we can offer you like close guidance to make sure that you're doing the right things, and that you're going to meet your goal, and that the budget will be well spent, and to make it happen. So I think that is also, very good for you, that in this way you're doing it, and you are learning, and you're learning from what's happening, and from the input that you get from us, and so on. So the idea is to become more and more like proficient in that, to do many more such things. Yeah. And just some feedback. Maybe it's just only me, but I saw the banner, the invitation, and it's about New Year, new beginning, and something very like good and happy, and giving new hope, and so on and so on. But on the other side, I noticed that the color theme is some somewhat quite dark, quite. It's very stylish. It's very well made. It's very professional. But I would pick something more optimistic in terms of just of color palettes. Just the colors to be more like something bright blue. I don't know, but just dark brown and black. I don't know. It's very good. It's very stylish. It's very very professional. Maybe it will talk more to the people. I don't know, but just take that as my input. It may be not necessarily what is going to work there, but I would just maybe this dark brown will transform it to something more optimistic, like something which goes with the words a new perspective. So it will underline the message, But think about it.
Like a blue surrounding. You think a blue or green background will be better?
Yeah, generally it's some more optimistic colors. Like you can search Google which color convey which feelings, and based on the feeling that you want to convey, you can use that color. Or maybe you can even try, because the advertisement is online. You can there's option to try several variations and to see which variation works best. And based on that, you will know scientifically next time what to use.
Great, thanks for that feedback, Mario. Richard's the expert, not me.
Okay, but professionally, it's very well made. Yeah.
Mario, I want to ask, where is this place to advertise it? Are you building a new Africa Facebook page, or what's going on with it? Or should should they advertise it on the existing page?
On the existing one.
On the existing, okay.
Yeah, because we want at least the pages to start to begin to be functional, to start to be filled regularly with content, and after that to start the advertising from here. And we still haven't set up this completely. So it's best to use the existing page, because you have already in place everything. And I guess that you've already done it before, right? You already advertised something there. It's
I
not the
have
first
just
time.
I ran a few test campaigns that I advertised on the page just to boost it up and get more likes, get it circulating in the Facebook market. So I've done it before.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit more technical. Now, when you do such events, you can do it this way. You can say, okay, here's the place, this is the event, the time, the day, the hour, the address, and so on. You're invited. Please come. But usually people which tick the box in Facebook that they're going to participate in some events. Nothing after that really makes them to come. If they want to, they will come, and of course this is always the case. But nothing after that will remind them, or if you want to, will make them even more to come. So usually when we do such things, we collect at least email, and the best is to get the phone number, and to say that the seats are limited, and so on and so on. Why this? Because from our experience, the statistics show that maybe 60-70% from the people who register, they don't come, especially for physical events. Maybe if you do it first time, then people who are waiting so much in order to there to be something, they will come, and maybe it will be close to 50%. That is very good. But usually after you make several such events, it becomes more and more difficult to make people really come. So what we are actually usually doing is building a landing page. On the landing page you explain about the lecture, about the place, about the instructors, about what is the program, and so on and so on and so on. People read that and they really decide if that's for them or not. Not much information, but like maybe I don't know, at least one A4 page with text and pictures. And after that, they register, they provide their email and phone number. And after that, there's a team who calls them and talks to them and just makes sure that they will come. This needs to be very warm, very good, very pleasant, and beneficial conversation for them. They get additional information and they get very good impression. And this is the thing which will make them remember the conversation and remember that it's worth it to really go there. And of course, on the day before or on the day itself, in the morning, you call them once again and just kindly remind them that you're expecting them, and you explain where's the place and so on and so on. This is in order to improve the rate of the people who are actually going to arrive to the lecture, and it really works. If it's just some banner on Facebook event and so on, people are going to come, but maybe only, I don't know, 20-30% from those who registered, So because of that, we need to see how to set up that, and maybe to see some example which is already done for US or other English speaking a group who is organizing such events. And I think that there are few examples which we can find and use. And after that, the very basic registration can be Google form. Google form. The people put their email, name, email, and phone number, and they register, and that's it. We can do more advanced registration where the people are put after that in some newsletter, and after that they're going to get automatic emails and so on and so on. But when is the date that for which you're planning?
26th of January, Mario.
26th of January? Okay, so basically you need to start to advertise for physical events like 2 weeks before. 2 weeks, maximum 3 weeks before. Because if I register 2-3 weeks before the event, I will most likely forget about it. And there absolutely needs to be somebody who is going to remind me, especially with Facebook. And people don't have such long memory, and there definitely needs to be somebody or something to remind them. So I can help you build all that. And what is the overall number of people which we are expecting on all locations?
We only want to make it up to 20, and the venue can only accommodate 20.
No, but this is in one location. But on the other locations?
The other location, which we haven't confirmed yet, is also about 20.
It's not certain yet.
No, the one in Johannesburg, not certain, no. Cape Town, yes.
Okay. So maybe if it's only for one location and such amount of people, maybe we can try to use some existing services. I just start thinking if it's worth building special landing page and so on and so on in order to do all this. Maybe just Facebook post which you are going to advertise, and at the end just link for registration on Google Docs, and it will be, you know, nice banner like you did, and text with explanation, and inside the Google Docs also picture something inviting, warm, and the form itself for registration, and also talking about that we are going to be in touch with you, not to scare them that we're going to call them right away. So because you know, it's, you need to be gentle with that. And I think that based on the circumstances and the amount of people, maybe this is the best balance for now. Because after that it's not even campus. It's if it's something which after that you're going to invite people for campus for which they're paying, and so this effort pays off, you know. But now to start to make all this work, which is not huge but not small, I don't think it's worth it, you know. So I think this is the best balance. So we will guide you how to advertise it, how to build it, and be aware that this banner which you showed me, you cannot advertise it on Facebook like a paid advertisement. You cannot boost it. You cannot do a marketing campaign because it's too much text. Facebook automatically determines if image contains too much text. If it's over a certain threshold, I think 20% or something, it just says you cannot use this image, and this is almost over everything text. So it will certainly not be suitable for the banner to advertise on Facebook. Maybe inside the Google Docs with the form to register, you can use it. But yeah, you see, it's 100%. It will be.
Yeah,
It
you're
won't be
right.
allowed.
I experienced that with some of the posts that I did before. I had to change some of the text in them because it was too much text.
Yeah, it's automatic algorithm, and it just discovers that it's too much text, because they say, okay, if you want text, just put the text in normal way, but not inside the image. So those are their rules, you know. So if you want to use this as image in order to advertise on Facebook, it's not going to be suitable. But on the other side, if you want to print it and maybe to give it by hand or put on some places like posters on whatever, physical like dissemination, it is good. You're planning to also to do it in that way?
Mario, you've given us so much perspective and so much great information of stuff we totally not experienced with, and it was great for you to actually give us this. We're recording this, so we're going to give it to Dillis and Reynard, who are in Cape Town. We can only assist them administratively from where we are here, and then with your guidance and everything else. But it's great. I think there's a few admin stuff that we need to quickly move and start arranging and cleaning up with of what you've recommended.
Okay, but just a question: have you thought about like inviting people also by posters or like by hand? No.
That's something that we definitely need to do within the respective area. I will talk to Reinhard and to Dillis about their areas. I'm not too sure where the place is. So that is a very good idea as well.
Yeah, the question is if it's feasible. If you have only like 4 or 5 people, maybe it's not feasible. But if you have more people who can go around the place and suitable places and to put the posters and you know, so on, it works. It works. Definitely works. This is the way we do it in Petah Tikva. Of course, in addition to all the Facebook advertising and so on, like people go after work on the streets and they give flyers, and people come. People really come. But the best is somebody who is already into Kabbalah and says, "Okay, I learned Kabbalah. Just come and see what it's about." This is the like by far the most the best way to bring new people to lectures. Somebody who you know well, and you tell him, you know, there's going to be lecture. Just come and see. You have nothing to lose, and so on. So maybe poster flyers, it's not feasible for you, but regarding Facebook, we can do it, and we can do it on the way which I outlined. And I think regarding the budget, it shouldn't be big budget, especially if you are targeting about 20 people. This means that you need about 100, 150 registrations in order to be sure that you will fill the hall. And it's not much. It's not much. What is the population of the area?
Sure, Mario, you hit. I'll have to do a Google search on it. Cape Town, I stand to be corrected, but the CBD, I think, is under 2 million.
Yeah, I understand, but I mean the area is like what is realistic for people to drive and go to in order to. I mean, up to maybe 20 minutes drive. This is the more realistic, you know, around this area. Because if it's more than 20, 30 minutes, most likely they're not going to come. But maybe who has, you know, so big desire, nothing will stop him.
Sorry, just
Mario, sorry, Cape Town's population is under half a million. But the venue was very carefully selected to be in quite a populated area, quite a trendy area of Cape Town as well. So it was, the initial venue was a little bit outside of Cape Town, and we know Cape Townians, they don't like to travel. So it's a good location.
Okay, and it will be with tax or without tax? You need to advertise that there will be entrance fee or something. Have you thought about it? Or
there's a 70 Rand registration fee, and that will there's a website that Reinhard found that actually does that takes the registration fee, and they also do the registration.
Okay, that's best. If you can use some existing solution and to send people to register and pay there, that's the best. Because if people register and pay, it's like 99% that they will come, you know. And you can stop the registration after you have, for example, the number of people plus 10% or 15%. So if you found some solution which people know and use, and they're not afraid to use and provide and pay, even if you pay some taxes there, this is best. I suggested Google Docs like a poor man's solution, but if you have something which is widely used there and people trust it and use it, go for it. That's best. Yeah. Okay, so we need to be ready with this 3 weeks before start. So about 2 to 3 weeks before we can start advertising it, and the most important part will be the 3-4 days before. This is where we will expect the majority of registrations to come. And because it's only for 20 people, you can very easily overdo it if you put too much too big budget and so on. So we need to be like focused on how much we spend and how much people we bring.
Now, wonderful, Mario. You said we need to be conservative. The first step is we've recorded this. We're going to have a meeting with Reinhard and Dillis because they're in Cape Town, and like well before the next 2 days, so that they can hear and see all the recommendations you've made. And let's get this going. It's a small budget, like you said. I think we can carry it. We're not, we're not you guys with your African project and ours is slightly off the mark. But this doesn't mean we don't have to stop the process and continue to at least be part of the dissemination program within the South African context. Wonderful. Thank you, Mario.
Thank you, friends. Bye-bye.
Mario, toda rabah. Toda rabah.
Toda, Mario. Toda, Chavri.
All right, great friends. So as we get ready to leave and get ready for bed, Richard, can you read us to sleep?
Okay. One must think only. No, I'm kidding. So one must think only for the inner body, for it is a clothing for the soul of Kedusha. That means that one should think thoughts that are after one's skin. This means that after the body's skin is called outside one's body, meaning outside one's own benefit, but only thoughts of benefiting others. And this is called after one's skin. This is so because after one's skin, there is no grip for the klipot, plural for klipa. For the klipot hold on only that which is within one's skin, meaning that which belongs to one's body and not outside one's body, called outside one's skin. When one persists with thoughts that are after one's skin, one is awarded with what is written, and when after my skin this is destroyed, then without my flesh shall I see God. This is the holy divinity, and she stands after one's skin. Destroyed means that it has been corrected to stand after my skin. At that time, one is awarded, without my flesh shall I see God. Time.
Hi. Sorry, I got a little gruesome there at the end, but it's like the spiritual thing, you know. Rabin Remigis Ojukwu, what's up, man? The king of Nigeria. How you doing, brother? It's good to see you. We're glad to have you with us. All right, guys. Look, we got the morning lesson coming up, so I'll see you all soon. Have a good night and Laila Tov. L'chaim Fifi.